ride on board and see. And Tez has called it a day, or he's binned it somewhere. He has retired, so he thinks that a 1:19.5, which is a really poor lap, is good. Or he's just accidentally retired. I'm not sure. Where is Jakey boy? Is he going out on super softs now? Good Aids did a good lap there, 17.8. Good Aids last sector was actually very good. Trizzy does a 17.9. What's that, sorry? Yeah, 20.3 is quite a good last sector. Yeah, he did a 20.3 though. Oh wait, what? What do you mean, Tuffy? Oh. I meant, middle sector is quite slow. 89. Ollie's like Lance Stroll at the wheel, flipping heck. Is he gonna call it a day there? 7 minutes remaining in qualifying. I think Showjaw's just improved as well. Oh no, he didn't. He just went in the pits. Who improved? Cookie Monster, I think. That's a good question. Points are going to be interesting because I haven't actually looked since the tables have been updated, so I'll have to check. At the moment, St Johnston, Showjaws and Tez are the only ones in the top 10 on softs. Quite easy. Yeah, good aids. Good aids still P1 at the. Oh, I tell you what though, Trizzy put a good middle sector in for his lap. Last sector, sorry, his first sector was off, but his middle sector was on point. I hope Cooley's not on a lap because that was very slow for him. It does take some interesting lines, I must admit. And he's going on to a lap now on the softs. I've just realised as well, I think this is the first track. It is. This is the first track that Gooday's raced at where he's not going to one-stop. Because he's starting on the super softs. Showjaws won't be completing that lap. Trizzy is in the garage at the moment, but he's got time. St Johnston's done well actually, even though he's the second off. Is Tezza is hit? Yeah, Tezza's all the way down in P8 though, so he's going to, mind you, he's leading. So he may not cause too many problems. Kuna Matata's missed out today. He won't be getting promoted, that's for sure. I'd say the likely drivers to go up would probably be... Oh, I'm not sure, because I have to say, you got Gooday's just outside the top 4. Kuna Matata's not here. Smerton's possibly 13 points the gap to Trizzy. Obviously, if Trizzy, that's if Trizzy DNFs.
Is more important than corner entry. Slow in, fast out, smooth on the power.
You never know. All day. And both the top 2 are out on laps. Good first sector from Gooday's. Good middle sector as well. This could be a very quick lap. He is very quick in the first and second sectors. That is a very good lap of 1:17.3. What a lap. 20.2 in the last sector. I do not think that time will be beaten, even by Trizzy, as he comes onto his flying lap now. Yes. That'll win something for the classic cars. Trizzy's first sector is well off, unfortunately. Can he hook it up in the middle? Oh, did he invalidate? Has he kept it together? Middle sector's a 28.2, it's a very good middle sector. Yep, live stream's up. This is going to be a good lap from Trizzy, but is it going to be good enough? Oh, 17.4. 2 very quick laps there. His middle sector was unbelievable. 28.2 from Trizzy in the middle sector. No, the party chat isn't being shared, so don't worry. Cooley improves with a 1:19.2. Tezza dropped down to 9th. Massive gap. Yeah, he's actually on a lap now on Supersofts, and he's done a 29.4 in the first sector, so he's well down on pole at the moment. Where does that put him the second down? That is... He's going P4 at the moment. That's the middle sector, 28.8. It's not too bad actually, middle sector. Slow in the speed traps though, considering everyone else. No, he's on a lap. Yeah, I reckon so. Is he gonna have enough time to finish another one? He will. 19-0. Whether he goes into another lap now, we'll see. But I've got to leave the session, so if you could let us know when you're on the grid. Yeah, Jakey Boy in a straight line is not got much straight line speed. I'm not sure I'm out of the session now. Yeah, we'll do. Yep, for all watching the stream that are racing, please do not press X at the beginning of the race. Jamie Dodge has left the league. If you could let us know when you're on the grid, please, guys, then I will rejoin the session. It's fine, you can do it when you're on the grid. Because I've left the session, my car is no longer there, effectively. Are you on the grid yet? Okay. Oh, okay. Let me know as soon as you go onto the grid so I can start the timer. Oh dear, King Chris. Yep. Needs to retire. Yeah, you could do that. I would start on supers though. That's probably the best way to do it. Because if you do get wing damage, then you can still go to the end. I take it you're on the grid then, yeah? Oh, okay. Huh. Wow, this is taking a while. People's games are glitching out, unfortunately. Not sure what that's about. Oh, right, they just meant the flashing cars, right. You can't use the same tyre twice, and well, you have to use 2 different sets of tyres. Sorry. Oh right, yeah, of course, yeah. Sorry, for some reason I thought you meant you were gonna go medium, medium. That was it. Oh dear. Mm. Oh yeah, that's the point. You have to use the soft tyre, I think. Actually, I'm not sure because it did allow me earlier when I was doing practice races to use that. Okay, you may press X now, guys. Let's get into the lobby. Right, I will meet you all now and see you on the other side. Here we go then for the season finale of Season 6, Round 11, Mexico. Some F2 spots up for grabs here today. And there's a couple of drivers that will be looking to get in there, that's for sure. Some maybe not so much as others, but should be a good race. Lots of overtaking opportunities around this track. Good aids, put in a good lap in qualifying. Starts on the softest compound, which is his first time he's done that in this league so far. Yet to start on the softest tyre. He's done a 1-stop in his previous 2 races. He's going to do a 2-stop today, starting on those Red Bull Super Soft tyres. And we'll see how that works out for him. Behind him is Trezzy Antonio. These two put in 2 brilliant qualifying laps, the 1:17.2 and 1:17.3 I believe they were. So very good. Chris starts in 3rd. Show George gets up to an impressive 4th. I did not see that. That must have been whilst I was out of the session towards the end. So a good lap from Show George to get P4. P5 is Ollie. P6 St Johnson, who I believe is on the soft tyres. There you go, he is. So he's done actually quite well in qualifying there to get P6 on the softs. 7th is Cooley, who had a horrible race in Australia, which is I believe the only last, which was his last race. I don't think he raced in Canada. In 8th place is Jakey Boy. He's struggling for straight line speed by the looks of it. He's been quite slow in the straight line throughout the qualifying sessions. Cookie Monster P9, he's on the Red Bull Super Softs as well. Smertens also on the Super Softs, and then we get down outside the top 10. Tezza, who actually put a lap in on softs, retired earlier on in the qualifying session. He's going to start on mediums, he's in a good position. AL45, he's going to start on softs. We've got Miles, P13, he's going to start on Super Soft. We believe he's going for a Super Soft medium strategy today. Bendel in P14. In the McLaren, and the other McLaren is Taffy starting on those medium tyres. And then rounding off the grid is Timsha in P16 in the Manor. And we just wait for the cars to come into position now from their formation lap. And then the race will get underway shortly. Hopefully we won't have any flips and spins on the first lap this time round, as we did last time out in Canada. Cars were flung into the air. So here we go then. The final race in Mexico. 5 lights, and they're out, and away we go here in Mexico, and it looks like Good Ace has a good start. Trizzy also getting away well, but it looks like Good Ace is going to hold on to it for now as they get this massive toe of slipstream down into turn 1. I'm sure we're going to see some incidents here, as I think Trizzy may have taken the lead. Showjaw's making a move for it as well. He goes to the inside, and there's contact between the Ferrari and King Chris has gone already. My oh my, there's cars spinning left, right and centre. There's another Ferrari that's spun. Cars on the grass, left, right and centre. Goodness me. Showjord is leading the race though, and Trizzy goes for a move up the inside down to turn 4. He's going to get pushed wide as Tezza's gone as well from the Williams. Up the inside goes Trizzy on Showjord, and that was a good move there actually from Trizzy. So he takes the lead of the race. Good aids with a poor start. Actually he's lost 2 positions already. He's down to P3. He's now got King Chris for company. And sorry, it's Ollie. King Chris of course retired, and Jakey Boy up to P5 already, and he's going to have a look down through this stadium section up the inside. Is he going to get the move done? He's got to go round the outside now. Where is Jakey Boy? I think he's made the move stick. He has. Good move there from Ollie as they come round onto lap 2 now, as we see Taffy is already in P9 with Miles behind him in P10. 2 brilliant starts there as Miles is going into the pit, so whether he's got damage or he's just putting in an early stop, we'll find out in a second, as we see loads of cars coming into the pits. St Johnston, who started on the softs, gutting for him. He's coming in. Cookie Monster also coming in. He's putting on another set of super softs, so that's not going to help him at all. Trizzy leads the race from Show George as Good Aids makes a move coming out of turn 3 down into turn 4. He's got the straight line speed. Show George is going to come back in a minute. He is. Show George is going to go very deep though. And Good Aids will surely get the cutback here. He has, and he's played that well, Good Aids there actually. He's really played that well. Waited for Show George to overindulge in the move, and he definitely did. So not the best of getaways unfortunately for everyone, but at least we've still got some cars in the race. Miles has gone back onto Supersoft, so I'm not sure if that was just an error or what's happened there. So Johnson's on the Supersoft as well, so unless the game's glitching here, it means that everyone else has got to make at least 2 more stops, which will be interesting because they could have just made 1 more stop if they went into the medium or the soft tyre. Anyway, this man, Trizzy, leads the race at the moment. Good Aids in second. It won't be good enough to keep him in those F2 promotion spots. He's going to need to get a win here today if he wants to get into F2. As we see Ollie making a move on Show George down into turn 1. And he's going to go down the inside there, the Sauber, and he's going to get squeezed to the inside. So Show George keeps the position for now. As we see the Sauber weaving all over the back of the Renault, and he loses the back end. And through goes Jakey Boy. Is he going to challenge him down into turn 4, I wonder? I think he's got the move done. As we see here, the Red Bull slides in front of that Sauber. Jakey Boy has done brilliantly so far. He started P8 and he's already up to P4. And AL45 up in P6. Good for him. He's on the soft tyre, so he's in a great position at the moment. Fantastic from him so far. He's not had the best of luck since joining the league. But he's in a good place at the moment. Taffy, P8, he got ahead of Cooley. Smerton's P10 after having that first lap crash. So he's coming back a little bit now. These two, I'm sure, will be fighting for a long time throughout this race. We've got another 33 laps to go. And I'm sure it's going to be cracking throughout. There's no pit stops yet from these two. And I'm pretty sure it'll be at least another 3 laps before we see the first pit stops from the front runners. And as we see Show George there dropping off in the distance, we're actually going to ride on board now with Jakey Boy because Ollie's going to have a look down into turn 1 and he's got so much more straight line speed. He's actually alongside Jakey Boy and he's got through Jakey Boy very nice and letting him through so easily as Ollie actually runs wide out of turn 3. Jakey Boy isn't going to get the run. See that? Jakey Boy had DRS and he still couldn't hold off Ollie in a straight line. Show George being caught for P3 at the moment. And Jakey Boy with a huge amount of lag there. That will not help him if that keeps happening throughout the race. Timsher at the back, qualified last. He's now last in the race. As Ollie has gone, what's happened there then? Ollie was in P4 at one point, and we have a safety car. So there we go. The front runners on Super will pit. I imagine. As we see Trizzy come through the last sector now, making sure they are obliging to the Delta times. Trizzy is indeed going to pit, so let's see if Good Aids is going to pit. He is as well, he's going to follow in him. And Show George, taking an interesting line through the last corner, is also pitting. Jakey Boy also pitting. Is Bendel going to pit? He is, and a late decision from AL45. So he's going to pit. Cooley makes a late decision. No, he's going to stay out. So Taffy, is he going to come out P1 here because he's got no Delta now? And he is P2. He's not going to get P1 because Trizzy has the run. Taffy still trying to race for position. He'll have to give that back though, as you see there. So Taffy has done brilliantly there. He started second to last. He's now second from the front. Brilliant for him. So that medium strategy is really paying off at the moment. Show George, P4. So we'll see who makes what pit stops here. As we see Smerton's on the meet. I didn't pit again actually because he's lost the position. So I wonder if he's pitted again. We'll go through them once they're all bunched up again. So Trizzy leads at the moment, and he's now got a car between himself and Good Aid. So it'll be happy about that. He's done himself good there. Goodays, I'm pretty sure won't be worrying about it too much. He's got another 30 laps yet. Well, do 28 when the safety car comes in. We've got Showjords behind him though, who can be quite aggressive on attack, so we'll have to watch out for him. And Jakey Boy, the other Red Bull in P5. So this is the first we've seen the two Red Bulls all season, actually. Often been a fair distance. Goodays running away with the last two races. And playing a strategy to his advantage. So we'll wait for the safety car to bunch them all up, and then we'll go through them, who's pitted and got what tyres on. In the meantime, we'll have a look at the provisional standings. So Tezza, of course, retiring, so he's actually top at the moment on 81 points. Second is Taffy on 67. So Taffy currently would finish top of the table, which is something brilliant for him. He would be on 85 points. Chris retired, so I can't see him getting promoted really, especially as Trizzy and Goodays, who are behind him in the table, are both still in the race, and as you can see, both in that top three, so they're going to get strong points here today. I can't see Chris getting promoted, unfortunately. Not had good fortune recently. Taffy in good stead at the moment. He's obviously got to pit again, but he can one stop from here. Anyone who hasn't pitted on soft or medium can do a one stop, so the safety car will help them massively with that. Right, so I think they've all caught up now. Let's just have a little check. Cookie Monster has just made a pit stop. Yes, Tim Shirt now catching up to St Johnston as well. So we'll go through the order now and the pit stops. And Trizzy has made one stop. He's gone from super soft to medium. Taffy yet to stop. He's possibly going to do a one stop. We'll find out. Goodays, he's gone from soft to medium as super soft to medium as well. Pretty much everyone's super soft to medium, other than Jakey Boy and Cooley, who's actually done well. He started quite far down the order. So did Bendel, and he's already stopped. So he started on the super soft and he pitted under safety car. That worked out for him quite nicely. Miles up into P10. He started on the super soft as well. Smerton started on the super softs. St Johnson, who started on the soft, is the only person, along with Cookie Monster, to make two stops, and they're both on the soft tyres. So everyone on medium or soft at the moment. Front four on medium, as you can see there. We've got 4 soft runners, I believe, at the moment. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how strategies play out throughout this race, especially through the S's as tyre wear begins to play a factor. You can see everyone bunching up there. They've got to keep their route. They've really got to be quite cautious on the safety car. You can't just race around, that's for sure, as we ride on board with Trizzy now. So I believe the safety car will come in at the end of this lap, which means that Taffy's going to have to do quite a bit of defending, unfortunately. I'm sure he'll be loving P2 at the moment, but I can't see him holding off Goodays for very long, especially down that long start-finish straight. There won't be any DRS for 2 laps, I don't think, as the safety car disables DRS, of course. The Trizzy leads from Taffy, from Goodays, Showjords, then Jakey Boy. AL45 is P6, remarkable at the moment from him. Then it's Bendel, P7, P8 is Cooley, 9 is Schmertens, and P10 is this man Miles, who's done well so far. He started, I think it was P13, P12, so he's done relatively well in that sense, gained a couple of positions. And Cookie Monster at the back in the other Mercedes, so it's one Mercedes at one end of the field and another one at the front. So the safety car is in this lap. As we see, Trizzy just bunching them up now nicely, and he can take his time. He can go when he pleases between now and the start-finish line. And I think he's gone. He has. Taffy's going to have to try and catch him now, or he's going to be swallowed up by the Red Bull of Goodays. And look how close Goodays is. He's got the run on him coming out the last corner. He's going to get pushed wide by Taffy. And the McLaren looks like it might be faster in a straight line. And Goodays is going to tuck into the slipstream again. He's going to have another look down the inside. Taffy's going to yield the position. Sensible from him, not having stopped yet. He might actually get a better run out of turn 3 here. He's actually lost a bit of time to Showjaws. The Showjaws closing right up to the back now of the McLaren, and he's going to have a look down the inside. No, he's way too far back for that at the moment. Taffy in P3 then will be loving life as he's defending from Showjaws at the moment. He's not going to have a look here, surely not. Yep, Taffy goes defensive though, and that's going to cost him on exit. Showjaws won't have a look here though, it's too risky here. They've got a warning for that one. Taffy's just going to bunch everyone up on those mediums he started on Jacob. Very wide line through there. Taffy very early to the left hand side, but Showjaws isn't going to be close enough to make a move just yet, as we see Showjaws juddering around with that lag. That's not going to help him at all, because on his screen everyone else is going to be going backwards and forwards like yo-yos. So it wouldn't surprise me to see him DNF, unfortunately, at this stage. But as we can see, the two front runners have absolutely gunned it. That's the gap at the moment. It is 3 seconds from Good Aids to Taffy, as the McLaren in a straight line is so much faster. Look at that. Showjaws unable to get close to the McLaren in the slipstream. And we have AL45 joining this bunch now. So this could be a 4, maybe even 5-way battle, as we see Cooley in the background coming up there for P3. This could be quite a good race on our hands here. Tim Schutt started last, he's up to P11. He's chasing Miles at the moment in the manor. Cookie Monster's dropped off a little bit. Who's P5? St Johnston, so he must have had a crash because he's on the soft again. Meanwhile, Trizzy is in the lead of the Grand Prix. He's got Good Aids behind him. And this man, having won his first 2 Grand Prix in PSF1, he's looking for a third today. Will he get it? We'll find out. But at the moment, Good Aids, he only needs to finish, I think it's P4. Yeah, P4 will get him promoted, because Chris is no longer here. Kuna Matata isn't posing a threat, and Smertens cannot get the amount of points required. So Good Aids is promoted as it stands. He has to be P4 or higher at the end, which I could definitely see that happening. Now he could finish as high as 2nd here, but Taffy's in 3rd as well at the moment, and we're going to see maybe a move being made by Showjaws. Not just yet. I don't think DRS is operational at the moment either. As you see Cooley joining the back of this group, this is going to be a great battle. Smerton's very wide an entry, and as we see Miles go spinning off, and he's at the back of I think it was Smertens there, unfortunately. And there are these two at the front. Good Aids closing in. He's closed the gap by about half a second, I think, compared to the start-finish rate last time. Good Aids a bit wide there, and he's having to lift off, so he would have lost quite a bit of time there. We'll look at the split as they come through the second sector. And as you can see, he did drop 7/10 there, so he made a little mistake. He won't be too worried about that, as Taffy's conceded the position to Showjaws, and he's now got the swarming Red Bull. And look at this, it's a 4-way battle for 4th place at the moment, as the Red Bull comes to contact with the Force India, and they're fighting like vultures behind the McLaren here, and he has no idea what's going on. As we see Jakey Boy Fender fail 45 for now, he's still P6, and DRS will be active this lap, so all of this lot are going to have DRS on each other. It's going to be interesting to see how Taffy fares in this situation, as we see Cooley lining up Jakey Boy, who's not the fastest in a straight line, but it's Jakey Boy's not close enough to Taffy, so Taffy doing well with that straight line speed. There's Cooley unable, you can see there, unable to catch up, and St Johnston has called it a day. He's not racing anymore, unfortunately, which means Miles is now P12. He was actually P12 before, but it just means he can't drop back anymore. And he's going to have a little look at the inside of Tim Schutt in the manor. He's going to go off the inside. Tim Schutt's going to yield the position very, very easily there. And now Miles up into P11, chasing Smertens for that final point position, P10. We actually have Miles having a look there on Smertens. And look at Jacob, he's all over the place trying to get past Taffy. And he would have lost a lot of time there, as you can see. Taffy pulling away now with that better exit. Into the stadium section they go, the Red Bull right behind the McLaren. He's going to have a look, and it's a very, very brave move from Jakey Boy. It's going to get squeezed to the outside. He's going to lose the position to AL45. He's not close. And he's managed to get around the outside. Brilliant from Jakey Boy. And this could be a brilliant battle here because Taffy still has P4. Jakey Boy's up to P5 and he's not got any DRS or slipstream as AL45 goes flying past. Cooley's going to have a look as well down into turn 1, but it's AL45 who gets the better of them. Cooley's gone from the back of the group to second in the group, so he's done very well there. And Taffy's going to lose out to Jakey Boy, so he's gone from the front to the back of the group, unfortunately for him. And now he's got I think that's his teammate Bendel behind him, and he's going to go up the inside, so Bendel's going to... Oh, actually, what happened there? Because that was not very clean from those two. Have they sorted it out? No, Taffy's still in front. Okay, then. Cookie Monster catching. Meanwhile, up the front, Trizzy leads from Good Aids. The gap is 1.7 seconds now. Good Aids closing in 2/10 prior to last lap. Yeah, won't be a DRS range this lap, but next lap will be interesting to see. Showjord's in a world of his own at the moment. He's got a 4-second gap to AL45. He's battling with Cooley at the moment for P4. This could be a very interesting tussle. As we see Jakey Boy lining up a move with the DRS open. Cooley, look at the difference in straight on speed. Slipstream, DRS, he's through. Jakey Boy, is he going to get close enough? Down into turn 1. Is he going to have a look? He's gone for a late move and he's taken himself out. He can't blame anyone but himself there, Jakey Boy. He's gone for a late move. And he's now down to P9 from what was P6. Yeah, so he has really not done himself any favours at all, unfortunately. As Taffy will be happy with that, just needs more points for him. Meanwhile, Cooley is P4. He's actually dropped AL45 a little bit here. He's having a good race at the moment. Force India driver, he's not had the best of luck throughout his PSF1 career so far, but it's looking promising at the moment. As we may see the soft runners come in a few laps time, so that will change things around, especially with this man just in front of the Force India. But the front three all on mediums. You see the gap as they come across the line, 10.9 seconds from Joe George to Trizzy, who, as we can see in the mirrors, hasn't got that big a gap to Good Aids. He's closed in that little bit more. Slowly reeling the Mercedes in. The medium tyre quite durable, can go for around 20 laps, give or take. Of course, with the safety car, we'll give them a couple of extra laps. But we'll just see what the strategies are after the medium slip. And can Good Aids get close enough? Is the question now. AL45 unable to get close down that straight. Let's have a look if there's any other battles going on. Jakey Boy, of course, put himself in a situation where he's got himself taken out in his last race. He has announced he will be retiring at the end of this season. Smurfing's with a nice line through that section. Timsha fighting with Miles. Miles had a spin with Smurfings, I believe it was. Look how much quicker Miles is through the S's. Shows more confidence as he runs massively wide through the last section, but he gained quite a bit there on Timsha. It's the gap now 9.45, so whether that was DRS or slipstream, not quite sure. We'll have a indication now. No, so it wasn't DRS, it was just slipstream and driving ability at this stage. Possibly a bit of tyre wear playing its part as well. But as you can see now, down to 7/10 the gap. So whether he's put his fuel into Rich or Trizzy's put his fuel down into standard, it could be a case as well. Depending on what fuel loads they started with, it looks like Good Aids would have a run later on to the beginning of the next lap down to turn 1. AL45 a long way behind Cooley now. We've gone for good points here, Cooley. You see Cookie Monster getting caught by Jakey Boy. Look how close he is! And he's not going to have a look there, surely not, and he doesn't in the end. He's got to keep his nose clean for the rest of this race, Jakey Boy, if he wants any hope of a good result. He was up into P4 at one point. As we see the lag not helping him at all. This Cookie Monster takes an interesting line through the S's. And they would have certainly got warnings for that one. Meanwhile, Good Aids in the slipstream and DRS to Trizzy. Is he going to have a go down into turn 1? He goes to the outside. Trizzy defends the inside. Is he going to have the... Oh, look at that. How easy was that? The straight line speed just too much for Trizzy. Unable to defend against that. Good Aids will presumably pull away now as the DRS flap will go open. As you can see there, he's got DRS from that first section. And he holds P1 for now. Trizzy will be looking to get back in, I'm sure. As we actually see Taffy, has he pitted? He has. So whether he's had wing damage or not, I'm not sure, but he is back on. Oh no, he's not mediums, he's onto the soft tyre, so he's going to have to pit again. He's presumably going to do 10 laps on these, go to lap 26 and then pit again to softs on lap 26. Good Aids in the lead of the race. He will not be comfortable at this stage, of course, because Trizzy is right behind him. And he would have had a little bit of tow going through that middle sector, coming around the S's. And he's going to have DRS and slipstream now as they come on to their 17th lap. Will Trizzy get close enough on this stretch? Here he is, being pulled towards the Red Bull of Good Aids, but he's not got the straight line speed. Whether he's just low on fuel, he's saving at the moment, I'm not sure, but he'll be just getting pulled along at the moment. He'll be fine with that, and he's not losing time on Good Aids at this stage. I'm quite content with P2. That does mean he gets promoted as well, actually, Trizzy. Close they are coming through this section. So Bendel in P6, he's got Jakey Boy behind him now, who made a move on Smurfies as well. We missed that one. Miles up into P9 now, yes he is, with Timsha behind him. Taffy in P11, he's stopped. We're going to ride on board with Jakey Boy, we're going to see what happens with this situation. Jakey Boy's been very aggressive so far in this race and it's not gone his way. Jakey Boy very conservative through that section. Interesting line as well. He's going to get the run. Is he on Bendel? Oh, and a little twitch there. He flies over the curb. He's going to have DRS, so we'll stay on board. Actually, that's the point. Did Good Aids get... No, he didn't. So Good Aids holds on to P1 for now. Trizzy is holding him off. Sorry, being held off. As we watch Jakey Boy now on to lap 18. He's going to have DRS and slipstream, but it looks like Bendel has a much better straight line speed than the Red Bull. Whether he's just running in standard fuel mix at the moment, we'll find out. But Jakey Boy's going to need to pit soon. He started on the supers, he's gone on to the softs. I think that was around lap 6, and that's a huge corner cut there, so no doubt he'll get a warning, or worse possibly, for that one. And he's not going to get the move done on Bendel because he's just not got straight line speed. And he's surely not going for that. He's very silly there, Jakey Boy, to have actually gone for that move. And quite rightly so, Bendel is going to have a look up the inside, and Cookie Monster's gone. So, I wonder if he lost that fighting with Miles possibly, or even Smeltons. Unfortunately, Cookie Monster is gone. Good Aids putting a gap now between himself and Trizzy, 8 tenths. I don't want it to get too large, as that's probably another warning there for Trizzy. Racking up the penalty seconds Show George trundling around in third place, not really doing much. He's just doing his own thing at the moment. He's got a huge gap either side of him, and he'll be happy. Actually, Cooley has pitted because he was P4, and he's now P8, so he's in the mediums. He could go to the end on these tyres, actually, depending on how good his time management is. Jakey Boy into the pits. He's on a set of medium, so he can go to the end. Whether he chooses to do so or not is entirely up to him. Taffy, though, has got to pit again, unfortunately, as we see Jakey Boy being passed on pit exit. Mertens is not going to be anywhere near him. And, it's these two again, Trizzy and Good Aids. The gap is closed a little bit by 2/10 or so. Get the DRS down this front start finish straight. Doesn't look like he'll be close enough for a move. The gap is 8/10 that came across the line. As you can see there on his wheel, 5/10 down on his previous best. The exit curve, but it costs him about 1/10 or so. It's surprising how much clipping that exit curve can actually cost. And actually put half a tenth there on Good Aids. It's not going to be good enough though. He's going to need to make sure he's within that second window to make sure he stays with Good Aids for now. Timsha being caught by his teammate Cooley, who of course has made the pit stop. Timsha has actually done very well because he started on these tyres, I think, or did he start on soft? He did, so he's actually done quite well though. He's done 18 laps on these, or 17 laps, minus his safety car laps, so he's probably done about 17, 16 laps, so it's not too bad. He could definitely go mediums again if he's chosen the harder tyre choice, which would see him in good stead for the end of the race, or he could push him another 6 laps, which I think would be too much. And then go to the softs. Jakey Boy on the mediums now, so he can go to the end with Taffy in front of him, who has to stop unfortunately. It's not going to help him. As we see Trizzy getting a little bit closer this time, half a second to the gap. There's a slower exit than Good Aids, for certain. Close enough to make a move by any means. Close another 2/10 there though, so whether Good Aids is just letting it lose a little bit. Mind you, we did set a fastest lap as they came across the line last time round, so he's definitely not holding back. AL45 on the medium tyres. He did from the super soft, so he's got to stop again at some point in the near future. Whether he'll go on soft or medium, we'll find out shortly. As Cooley is let pass by his teammate. Quite an easy move there, down to turn 1. And exit that was costing him a bit of time. Timsha copies him. Taffy on the soft tyres will have to stop again. He's got another 5 laps roughly. This man Jakey will be hunting him down now as Miles is defending from Mertens. And he's going to get the run on him here. Ferrari on the Toro Rosso. As we see Bendel as well in the background closing up. And Miles is going to have a look. Oh, and they're so close, and Mertens is very fortunate for Miles' sake, giving him lots of space. And he's still side by side as they come through into the S section. And Miles is in front now. Brilliant stuff. So Mertens gets back in front then. With Taffy being caught by Jakey Boy. In the background, as you can see there. We'll go to the end now on these tyres. And look how close these two are as they come through the S section now. Triz is going to have a look. Is he down into the right-hander? No, he's going to hold it for the DRS section, which is the wise thing to do because he can get DRS on both of the long straights. Look how close he is through this section. And he's bailed out, so Good Aids has come into the pit, so whether he'll put on the mediums or not, we'll find out. So Trizzy will get the DRS, but it won't be as beneficial as he would hope, because he's just been held up by Good Aids effectively there for the last 2 laps, and he's gone medium, so a sensible move there from the Red Bull driver. As you see Showjords coming round. I wonder if he will actually get Good Aids. I don't think he will, he's too far behind. Is he going to get him actually? No, way too far behind. And Good Aids will rejoin in clean air, so he will push for fastest lap probably again. AL45 having a good race. A pit stop will put him down to probably P6, or even probably not even far back as P7, so he's in a great position at the moment. Miles is up into P9. He's going to have to stop again as he goes wide through the stadium section. And Smertens and Bendel behind. Bendel actually last at the moment, unfortunately, but I believe he made his final pit stop, so it's good for him. But will Trizzy respond here, or is he going to go into the softs a couple of laps later? We'll find out now. He is pitting. So, will he go medium or soft? That is the interesting thing here. Will he choose the softer or the harder compound? He's going for the soft, so this could be interesting. He's going to have to manage his tyres a lot more than Good Aids will. And where is Good Aids as he comes round the final corner? Is Trizzy going to get out in front? How good was his outlap? And it was superb! Good Aids retakes the lead of the Grand Prix here in Mexico. And look at the gap he's pulled. Unbelievable. The undercut working brilliantly for the Red Bull driver there as he sails through into P1 untroubled. But he's got to defend from a effectively faster car now from Trizzy with those soft tyres on. L45 moves up into a podium position. So that means that Showjords has pitted. He's on the soft tyres now, so he's done the same as Trizzy. Cooley, meanwhile, still on those medium tyres. So he's going to have to watch out for a puncture as Taffy moves up into P6. He's got to pit again though, which will probably put him out around P9, possibly even P10. As that Timsher has pitted as well, he's on the softs. 1.2 is the gap, Trizzy on the softer tyre. He's not going to take it easy, I'm pretty sure about that. Trizzy does not like to give up easily. He will fight to the end here, as it is a race to the checker flag now, with 12 laps to go. It's 1.2 as they cross the line, so we've got a DRS race yet. Whether he's got better straight line speed or not than Good Aids, we'll find out in a second, because the first sector split will come up. And they're taking pretty similar lines. You see a little bit of lag there from Trizzy. As they come into the second sector, the gap is now 1.1 seconds, so he is catching. And there will be a mixture of tyres and straight line speed, I'm sure, but Trizzy's straight line speed didn't look the greatest earlier, so it could be an issue for him getting past Good Aids. I'm sure he's quite comfortable at the moment. He's promoted if he doesn't crash pretty much at this stage. Cooley, meanwhile, P4. He must have pitted because he is now behind Showjords, and indeed he has, so he's pitted and gone on to the mediums lap 18. Actually, yeah, that's an interesting one because he's been on the mediums a while. It was Timsher, actually, his teammate, that had gone to the mediums early on, but he's already pitted. So my bad on that one. Bendel, meanwhile, fighting and trying to catch Smertens in P9. We'll see if he can do that later on. Meanwhile, Good Aids. Is this going to be a fastest lap? Not quite. But Trizzy does, and he smashes the fastest lap with a 19.7. And he's now within DRS range of Good Aids. He's not going to be as close as he wants to be, but he is certainly going to close the gap as they come down into turn 1. Heavy braking zone. Trizzy tyres will be suffering a lot more than Good Aids tyres at this stage of the race because of the difference in tyre strategy. Good Aids on the medium tyre, so he will be passed presumably in the next, I want to say 1 lap, but it could be a bit longer. Good Aids is very good at defending. That is one thing for sure. You can see the gap now down to 4 tenths from 1.4 when they pitted. And he's just able to carry so much more speed through the S section, and look how close he gets there. Possibly a bit of lag as well. Trying to engineer a move down into this right hander. He's not going to be close enough though. Short shift up into 5th, down into 2nd gear. Short shift up into 3rd. And he's now going to have a run on good age. Look how close they are. 1/10 as they came into the last sector. Be a bit more now probably. Yep, 3/10, but he's going to have the run. He's going to have the DRS. Is he going to get past him? He's not tucked into a slipstream. Maybe he is lagging. He's just being cautious about it. Is he going to make the move? And he's sort of half-heartedly gone for it. And he's not going to be able to turn into good aids there. And he sensibly lets off the steering. So it's going to be at least another lap, I would imagine, between these two. Meanwhile, further down the field, we have Bendel, who's not really catching some Mertens at the moment. Jakey Boy, who's just passed Taffy, who's gone into the pits. And I'm hoping he'll put the soft on, because if he doesn't, he's going to be very slow at the end of the race. We'll find out now. And indeed, those soft tyres will be fitted to Taffy's car, and away he goes. I'm presuming he'll come out behind Tim Sheffy will. And he is now probably come out ahead of Miles, I would expect. And indeed he has. So Taffy will go to the end now. Meanwhile, it's these two again, Trizzy and Good Aids. They come down the start-finish straight. Trizzy isn't going to be close enough, I don't think. Good Aids goes defensive quite early. Trizzy's going to get the run on the outside, but he's not going to be able to get the move done, even with those softer tyres. So, as I said, Good Aids keeping Trizzy behind him for longer than expected, even with that huge straight coming into the first corner. A great shot there of Trizzy's Mercedes. So Trizzy's going to have to get a bit of a move on in a minute, because he's only got 8 laps to go, and he's got to make sure that his tyres will last as well. And make sure he doesn't get a puncture, because that will kill him. And that will actually affect his chances for promotion if it's severe enough. And Good Aids goes defensive again. And Trizzy's trying to make it stick on the outside as he's on the concrete tarmac. And he's going to have another look at Good Aids surely now. Gap 8/10 as they came across the line that time. Sorry, 6/10. And he's not tucking into the slipstream again, Trizzy. He's going to be losing, or he's not gaining as much time as he could be, sorry. It looks like he's quite happy to stay behind the Red Bull for now, which is interesting, because obviously his tyres are going to fade off a lot quicker than Good Aids, so he will be happy to just keep him behind him. For the moment, Bendel meanwhile is up into P7. And then we could see a couple of cars getting lapped in this race as Timsha runs wide through the S's, and he's nearly hit the wall there. Could have been a lot closer, but I'm pretty sure he won't want to be. Miles with a couple of corner cuts there, wouldn't surprise me to see him disqualified, unfortunately. As we actually see Good Aids very close to Miles, and he'll have to get out of the way pretty sharpish, unfortunately. These two have been battling all race, bar a couple of laps where Trizzy was behind, sorry, where Good Aids was behind Taffy. And the safety car. The Red Bull looking in control at the moment. Trizzy unable to engineer a move with the softer tyres. Tighter line through the last corner. It looks like he's going to have a look down to turn 1 this time. Is he going to tuck in the slipstream? No, he's not. Again, he pulls out of the slipstream early. And that's going to cost him again because he's not going to be able to get the straight line speed he needs to get past the Red Bull. And as we see again, Trizzy trying to make it stick around the outside. He's going to go for it down into turn 2. And are they going to touch? Oh, amazingly they don't. And Trizzy with a fantastic move around the outside of turn 2. Sorry, around the outside of turn 1, up into the inside of turn 2. A brilliant move from the Mercedes driver there. And a tremendous move sees him move up into first place. These two battling. This is what we want to see. Good clean racing. These two will go a long way in F2. Possibly even promote to F1 next season. We'll find out whether they can adjust to the 2017 cars. A new challenge entirely with those cars. But as it stands, Good Aids and Trizzy will knock out Chris of promotion, which will mean that Taffy will get promoted, as well as Miles has retired from the session. And we may end up with a safety car. There are 7 laps remaining. Sorry, 6 laps remaining. And now 5 as Trizzy is putting a bit of a gap on Good Aids. And as it stands, will get promoted. Here he comes, the Red Bull on the Mercedes. Mercedes goes defensive to the inside. Good Aids will hang it around the outside for now. He's going to wait for his opportunity. As we see there, he's gone wide out of turn 4 and through goes Good Aids before the corner even comes into effect. Flies past with the DRS in action as well. And back into the lead goes Good Aids. Tremendous racing from these two at the moment. We'll see if Trizzy on those softer tyres can hang in there. Because obviously these are going to fade a lot quicker than Good Aids. He did pit a lap later, but the medium tyres can hang on for some 20 laps. So it'll be interesting to see if he can make his tyres last with Trizzy. The mediums are a very good tyre as well. Very consistent. And they will hold their value for a lot longer than the soft tyres. So we'll have another look this time round. Trizzy, 2 laps ago, went round the outside of turn 1, at the inside of turn 2. But I think he's going to be too far back here. He's pulling out the slipstream fairly early. And Good Aids can breathe for another lap at least. Obviously taking a much tighter line through turn 1. But it's his exit off of 3 which really cost Trizzy. He's unable to get close enough to Good Aids. And being on the harder tyre, you would expect Good Aids to get a slightly poorer exit than Trizzy, but that's not the case at the moment. Good Aids just doing what he needs to do, and as you can see, that's Smerton's up ahead that's possibly going to get lapped in the next lap or 2. And so we see Taffy chasing his teammate Bendel for P8 and 4 points. Timsha in 7th position at the moment. We'll be happy with that. Jakey probably running around in P6. We haven't seen him for a long time as he's catching AL45. He's in P5 at the moment, good race for him. And it's Cooley in P4 with Showgeorge P3. And can we just look at the gap here? 30 seconds to the leaders. And so these two are still fighting now with only 4 laps, 3 laps as they come across the line to go. Sorry, it will be 4 laps. They start on lap 1, of course. And this may help Good Aids here, this lap car, depending on where Smertens lets him through, because if he gets DRS, it will mean he's not going to worry about Trizzy so much. If you see Trizzy with the DRS open now, I don't think he's going to be close enough. We'll ride on board with him anyway. Down into turn 4, as you can see there, nowhere near close enough to the Red Bull to even think of a move. And Trizzy again just following Good Aids through. He's going to be getting a little bit more frustrated now as we creep into the later stages of the race. And it looks like Good Aids will actually catch Smertens on that straight, unless Smertens lets him through beforehand, which could play into Trizzy's hands. We see Trizzy taking a much better line through the S's this time round. The gap is closed down to just over 2.5 tenths, quarter of a second. And Good Aid will definitely get the DRS here. They almost touch coming through the stadium section. Smerton's taking evasive action there. And he will continue his race in P10. Can Trizzy get past Good Aids this time round? I just think his wings are too high. Unable to get anywhere near the Red Bull in a straight line. He's only been hitting 220, so he must be in standard. Saving it maybe for the last lap if his tyres can hold in there. Good, as you can see, getting a much better run out of turn 3. Jacob White's still not caught the back of Force India yet. But Taffy's got past his teammate Bendel. Taffy will be going to F2. Good for him. He's earned it. But it's these two that the cameras are on at the moment. Superb from these two. They've been clean throughout the race. Just have a little look here at AL55. As you can see, that gap to Jacob Boyd might be just enough for him to hold on to P5. Cooley comfortable in P4 and Showgirls in P3 also comfortable. It's these two once again though, as they come round stadium section once again. Fighting for the next 2 laps. Here we go then, 2 laps to go. Can Trizzy get the move done on Good Aid? He's too far back this time round. As we look back from the Red Bull. And Trizzy will not be close enough, as you can see there. It's braking quite a lot later than the Red Bull. As we see how close he gets through turns 2 and 3. And is he going to get the run down into turn 4? Going to have a look. He's moved to the inside, but he's too far away for that at the moment. Just having a look at the moment, assessing Good Aid's Red Bull. And it really is a battle of the best in this case. And this will be for championship position as well, because there is 5 points between these two, and of course it's a 7-point difference from first to second. So whoever finishes in front of the other will claim, I believe it will be second in the championship. Yes, it will be indeed. There's where is Taffy at the moment? Taffy's in P8, so yes, it will be for second position in the championship. As we see Bendel pitting, or is that Taffy actually? That is Bendel. Trizzy not going to be close enough again, and he's not going to get a chance to do it throughout the rest of the lap, I fear. Trizzy's really going to have to pull it out the bag now. Time penalties may come into this as well, I've only just realised. It's been such a good race between these two. Time penalties could play a major part in the result of this race, depending on how many they have each. Track position is nothing if you can't keep it clean off the track. And I just fear that Trizzy isn't going to be able to get past. He's going to have possibly one chance out of the S section into the stadium section. Other than that, he's got to just pray that Good Aids makes a mistake or has more time penalties. And I really don't think Good Aids will. Look how close he is through here though. Trizzy, is he going to have a look into the stadium section? He's down on the inside. Good Aids can't defend. Oh, and he swiped across the front of him, and Trizzy had pulled out by the looks of it. And I don't think he's going to get another look. No, he's not. And the winner for this week's Grand Prix in PSF1, race 11, the final round, is Good Aids. And he does win on time penalties as well. Well done to Good Aids. Fantastic race. 3 races, 3 wins. Congratulations to him. He is promoted to F2 alongside Trizzy behind him. This man, Show George, has had a very, very quiet race. He's just played his part in his podium. He's not had much to do at all other than drive round endlessly, not being able to catch the front 2, but he will take that final podium spot. Well done to Show George, he's done well today. As we see, AL45 has actually lost the position to Jakey Boy, so we missed out on that with the battle for first. And unless Jake Boy had more penalties, which could happen, AL45 will finish P6, which will be his highest finish. But it's going to be Jakey Boy who takes P5. Actually, Cooley took P4. As we see AL45 take P5 from Jakey Boy on time penalties. So that's good for him, a top 5 finish. Timsher going to bring it home in P7. Taffy's going to bring it home in P8. 4 championship points for him, which means he will finish on 71 points. Trizzy will finish on 73 points and Good Aid on 75. And there you have it. Good Aid without a single time penalty. Well done to him. Very well done to him indeed. Not getting a single time penalty around Mexico is quite a tricky thing to do. So yep, that's the end of Season 6 and the 2016 game. We'll be back sometime during September for Season 7. And we'll see you then for the new cars, the 2017 game, and a new season. Hope you enjoyed the race and the season. Look forward to seeing you in the 2017 cars in September. See you next time.